management console for Lync. Okay, we're done with that. We're also going to need IIS installing, so if you launch Server Manager, let's maximise that, go to Roles and Add Role. We need to add in, let's click Next, add in the web server IIS role. Click Next. Now, in addition to all the default add-in, if you select ASP.NET, say yes, I'd like to add that. Logging tools, tracing, and if you scroll down, we also need client certificate mapping authentication and Windows authentication. IIS Management Console is already in, but we're also going to need the IIS Management scripts and tools. Next, install, and close. To add in the remote server administration tools for the domain. There's some RSAT tools already in. If you expand Role Administration Tools and select the ADDS and ADLDS tools, and it has installed, however it wants a reboot. It'll ask you to reboot, select yes. When it comes back up again after a couple of seconds, it will resume. And click Certification Authority on your domain or a certificate ready to add to Lync. As this is just a small test server, I'm going to install the Certification Authority or Active Directory Certificate Services role. Select Certificate Authority. Create new private key. Yep. Next. Just going to change the common name. We don't have to do this, just force of habit. Right, so yeah, click Next. That's fine, Next. Next. Install. And when it's done, click Close. The Lync install media, you can see here I've downloaded it in ISO format and I've extracted it using 7-zip. Let's install. And the first thing I'll do, okay, the first thing we want to do is prepare Active Directory. Select that and it'll give us the steps that it wants to do. Problem for me, I'm just going to jump straight in. That's completed before stepping. Domain users to the administrators group that the prep jobs that we've just done have created. So I'm opening Active Directory users and computers and I'm going to locate the group that it has created. If you just do a search for CSA, you'll see CS Administrator Group. That's what Lync has put in. So I'm just going to add in a couple of users that are going to be my Lync administrators. Firstly, the domain administrator, and then my good self. Okay, let's jump backwards. And the next thing I want to do is prepare the first standard edition server. Now, essentially all. Now, I'm going to install the topology builder. All programs, locate Lync server, and we are going to open up the topology builder. We're going to select new topology and click OK. And it's going to want to save that topology. I'm just going to give it the same name as the domain, save it in the default location. The primary SIP domain is my. I'm going to give my site in. Wizard will launch. Type in the FQDN of the Lync server itself, and we are installing a standard edition server. Click Next. Yeah, I'm going to select everything, obviously apart from PSTN, because this is on my test network and I don't have any PSTN. What I am going to do is I'm manually going to create that share. Otherwise it has a tendency to error. When it gets to the end of the wizard. Okay, I'm leaving the security on this share pretty much wide open. You might want to drill it a little bit back in the production environment. Okay, the share already exists, so click next. Next, we don't have any PS10 gateways. Finish. Now back at the main window, we are going to edit the properties and select Central Management Server. And we're going to define an administrative access URL, which I'm just going to call admin at my domain. Obviously this will have to resolve in DNS, so you'll have to do that manually later. And select the front end server, we've only got one. Pick it from the list. Select OK. And finally, select Publish Topology. I've written an article on that, so you can have a look at that if you see that. Okay, the very last part is install or update the Lync server system. Run through step 1, install. Step 2. Step 3, install, request and assign certificates. Now we are going to request because we don't have one to import. Next, we're going to send immediately because we've got it already installed. It's picked it up automatically. Next, we don't need alternate credentials. Click next. We don't have certificate templates. Next. Specify a friendly name for this certificate. Next. Fill in your organisational details and location details.
Done. Next. Right, I'm not specifying any additional subject alternative names. Next. Next. And it will request the certificate. Brilliant. Click next. It's now going to assign the certificate that it's already imported into.
There it is. We can close out of there. And finally, start the services. Optionally, at the end, just to make sure they are in fact running, if you click the bottom button, it will open the services console. And you can have a look and make sure that all the Lync services are up and started. They're all set to automatic and they're all started. Let's close that down. You specified right at the beginning. And here's the control panel. We are going to specify users that are going to use the Lync system. So if you select enable users, and what you can do here is if you click add, you can do some searches on AD for your users that you want to add in. For example, if I just type in the domain administrator and click find, hopefully it'll find the domain administrator. So I'm going to add myself in as a user. Fine, there's me. Select my good self, click OK. I'm also going to add in the domain admin account as well. So this is a test network and I'm going to need a couple of users just to test the Lync client's work at the end. So that's 2 users added in. Assign the users to a pool, we only have one. And we'll leave everything else on its defaults. There's a number of options that you can change. Like I say, I'm going to leave everything on its defaults. And enable those users. Smashing, there's one other thing that you're going to need to do so that your Lync clients can find your Lync server. You need to create a DNS record. So I'll jump across to my domain controller here. Let's open that up so you can see what I'm doing. And within my domain, I'm going to create, if you go to other new records, and we are going to create a service location record. And the name is going to be _ SIP internal. And we're done, and there is my SRV record created. I can now install the Lync client on my client machine. So I've got a Windows 7 machine. it comes. And because it's the first time it's run, it'll launch a welcome to Lync wizard as soon as it comes up. That's what it's doing there. I don't need to be reading that. So, if I just make sure I can see my other account that I set up. So I'm logged in as admin. Can I say me? Yes, I can. There I am, and I'm available. Let's just test the system works. I'm going to send me an instant message. Okay, so I am logged on another machine. Alright. Oh, it's flashing at the bottom. I've obviously got some Lync message. That's the message coming in. And there it is there. Just to prove it's not smoke and mirrors, I'll send a reply back again. And if I jump back onto the other box, there we go, it's already in. That's it, in and up and running. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to come and visit us at www.peaknetlive.com. Thanks very much.